EB-5 helps support prospective EB-5 investors through their due diligence process on the Twin Lakes, Georgia EB-5 project. Next, you will hear from real Twin Lakes, Georgia EB-5 investors as they discuss their experience working with EB-5 and why they decided to invest $800,000 in the Twin Lakes, Georgia EB-5 project.
You really try to find a stable project where the greatest likelihood is that the capital will be returned to you after all the job creation requirements are met, especially in terms of real estate where experience and expertise and having a good track record is absolutely critical. We really liked the Coulter Development Company, Coulter Homes. They've been in business for over 25 years. I believe they've developed over 20,000 homes over that time. They have seen economic cycles before. They've been through recessions before. They have always remained solvent, repaid any capital, any loans. They have the experience to weather economic storms. This is not their first rodeo. They are experts. They have a formula that has worked over a number of years, over literally thousands of homes. They have many of this type of project, active 55 plus community under development right now. So you're dealing with a firm that has experience, has the marketing know-how, are well capitalized. They've been through tough economic times before. They know how to respond. They are experts. So that's something that we really liked about Twin Lakes. Another thing we liked is that the project of 1,300 homes is already well advanced. The land has been purchased. All the permits are in place. Many of the road networks and the common area facilities, such as the clubhouse, the pickleball center, all of that has already been built.
I went with Twin Lakes because I thought that was where my money would be the safest for me. Long story short, a good project which was already in construction, a good project with a developer who were reputed and had like a good track record, and a regional center who had a good track record, who had been in the business for a while, and who were responsive and who were willing to answer most of your questions, because obviously if you're spending $800,000, you're bound to have a lot of questions.
To my mind, the single most important factor that matters in a real estate development like this is the track record of the developer. If they have a successful track record of doing this in the past, and not just once, but multiple times, that gives me great comfort that they know what they're doing and that they're going to repeat the track record. And Coulter Homes has a long track record in the Southeast of developing residential real estate sort that Lakes represents. And so given that track record, I felt that they would be an excellent source of investment and would produce the kind of results I was looking for.
I have 3 letters, and that is SAM. It's you, Sam, because whenever I spoke with you, again, just your professionalism, your the way you communicate, you've never forced us to sign on any project without helping us as much as you can, and letting us complete our due diligence, right? And just the overall, I guess how to put this? Yes, the overall vibes, right? I mean, that's something that you cannot explain. But whenever I spoke with you, I always felt relief that Twin Lakes is the project and EB-5 is the company that I want to invest through.
And the one statistic which stood out to me was, and I'm still amazed by it, is the most financially well-off category of citizens in the US are senior citizens. Given that they have a lot of cash available, they are most likely not going to be dependent on mortgage rates as much.
Everything was being done. They are one of the top 5 private home builders in the United States, and had an excellent reputation of. They started, I think, if I'm right, 1997, I remember, and built over 20,000 homes. So reputation was impeccable. The EB-5 end were very transparent. One of the most important thing was you looked at the who are the promoters, who are the people behind. They were all highly educated, very very good background, excellent pedigree, and all that translated when we interacted. For example, Sam and even his colleagues, when we interacted, very professional, and they were open. They were able to share what all can be shared. They gave everything up front, subscription program, and everything they've seen in advance. And so at every stage, we had any doubt, we could call, and that was answerable.
The main reason I was looking at Twin Lakes, Georgia is because it qualifies for rural. And then the other reason, they have all the jobs created already. So I should say, looking at the latest information, that they are almost halfway through their project. I should say about 30 to 40%, they've already completed their construction, and the sales are ongoing, and most of the jobs are already created.
I would definitely recommend EB-5, and specifically things that really was great working with you guys was the detailed docs and the agreements, and your ability to be really quick in responses to my questions.